Alright, welcome back to the series with Lorcque, my Goblin Hunter on Turtle WoW. So one thing I want to start off by saying is I don't have a lot of bag space. I'm tempted to send this character a bigger bag now, but oh, actually I could sell that gun. So I worked quite a bit on engineering because as I was trying to find, first of all, I don't think there's any fishing trainer here on the island whatsoever. I couldn't figure out where the heck it would be, so. More than that, I didn't realize copper bolts didn't stack more than 10, so ouch. I still have other stuff too, like well, that I can use up very soon, but the blacksmith hammer I need, that is the quest, so that'll be turned in, but there's a couple things I can't do anything with until I get to a bank and put it in, so it kind of sucks. That I could do once I get cooking up, but the issue with that is I still don't have too much I can actually do with it. Even though you can't do fishing, I still sent this character this skin mackerel recipe and how to make up the food so you can have the food. I also came to the conclusion that I did need first aid because food is apparently so hard to come by here without buying it, that I'm just gonna try to balance out the what I want to use for making rough dynamite and ones I want to use for linen bandages, which I'm sure a lot of goblins actually have to figure that out, to be honest, but. So yeah, kind of sucks, but whatever, gonna roll with it for now. I did double check this right before I started properly. I am gonna go to Gazek's workshop. Pretty sure, I could keep an eye out for the convoys. And I'm probably gonna go to Rustgate Lumberyard in this one. As well as actually to the eastern ship to get the that thing. Yeah. Don't think there was anything else that was new. Like I said, I worked quite a bit on engineering and I got first aid. I'm using my crafted bolts for now, for a little while probably, and I actually made a rough boomstick. When I sent this character the mackerel recipe, I also sent, oh, hey Maggie. I also sent him the wooden stock, which I couldn't see on any of the vendors, but I didn't really try that hard either, so hopefully it wasn't on any of the vendors. Now I have an even better gun, so honestly I should be doing quite a bit of damage, and so it should go a little bit smoother in that regard. But I'm gonna show this real quick. I did quite a bit of walking around. I was checking the coast. I didn't check up here, I will be honest, but as I was looking at the map I was realizing there's no piers or anything that show up, and I thought the water hole might actually have a fishing trainer, but the water hole is kind of small. In fact, is that a water hole? Is that water over there too? Maybe that would... Okay, I didn't notice that. That area, I never even went over there exactly. I went like this way and then down this way, more or less. But anyways, I hope there's no fishing trainer. Oh, I hope there's a fishing trainer over there, because if I could find it, and no matter what I'm doing, it'd be better. Yeah, that's what I figured there are quests here. This is another thing I should have checked to see if
Time is money, friend.
If anything was over here I'd like.
Best deals anywhere.
Engineering. Oh, I'm gonna guess you're gonna have the wooden stock, aren't you? Yep. So I did not need to send this character one of them. I didn't expect there to be more engineering stuff over here. I would have thought, oh, it's a workshop. What am I thinking? Just because the engineering trainer was over in the main settlement doesn't mean that there wouldn't be a freaking engineer anything over here. That was dumb, I will admit. It was later for me, so I will also chalk it up to being a little tired and in a rush. Because I also tried starting to watch a movie, but I got so distracted by it, I was like not really doing anything on here for a bit. Alright, so the Murloc threat. Okay, listen up, buddy. You hate Murlocs, right? Perfect. Everyone hates Murlocs. Those who don't end up as their meal real fast. And I, for one, don't want to be held responsible if any of our workers become some Murloc's midnight snack. I want you to go down to the coast and kill as many fishy fiends as you can. I'd rather be busy beating slobs back into working shape than to deal with those slimy creatures. And don't think of just pretending to kill them, or I'll drag you to the Supreme Overseer myself. Prove to me you're reliable by bringing me their scales.
Be good.
Just want to make sure you... Oh, there's stairs here. Is there anything... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there is. Right here. Gazek. Okay, whatever.
Yo!
I'll do that in a second. Battletron Calamity. I was commissioned to make several combat robots for Taxlo in order to fight the Venture Company, which began appearing on the island. Little did I know the very materials I was crafting these Battletrons were themselves made by those who are fighting. Suffice to say that each and every one of our new combatants have fallen to a state of annoyance. Taxo tried to save some gold and put the entire island at risk, and we were lucky they didn't outright turn on us. Regardless, we had to clean up this mess, and the aimless robots could still cause issues. You can find most of them wandering just south of Rustgate Ridge to the west of here. Destroy them so that they don't fall into the hands of our enemy.
Glad I could help.
I'm here for the overdue shipment of frameworks. Oh, those. Yes. They're in the warehouse. It's the building opposite of this one. We had to deal with a few shortages in the workforce, so we weren't able to send them over to Rustgate. Just tell that to Maxwell and he's gonna understand, alright?
Keep it real.
Oh, God. The fact that I can apparently interact with the flying machine leads me to think I'm going to be riding one of them. I knew okay. One thing I remember seeing when I walked through here was a quest giver up on the top of a cliff.
Yeah, what do you want?
She sells seashells. Hey pal, ever heard of shell coin? It's an absolute craze among those wanting to shoot high in their monetary endeavors. There is no other way for a quick and reliable head start to becoming your own trade prince. The only catch on the matter is you need a budget to even start with shell coin trading, and no one except the ones in Rustgate Tower have enough gold for that. However, me being the genius mastermind that I am, I already came up with a brilliant solution. The shells that drift ashore on this island looked almost identical to shell coin. Oh god. Okay, here's the pitch. Bring me enough of those shells and we split them 50-50. You can find them along the beach just north of here, or from those gnolls that seem to wander the coast and collect them. Once you get 20, return to me and we can strike rich. That's another thing. I actually did kill some of those goblins as I was some of those gnolls as I was walking through. Counterfeit shell coins. Yeah, I love how that's my reward. Counterfeit money. I mean, granted, I would imagine a lot of goblin rewards would be fake money. Frickin' Mr. Krabs in goblin form. Cheap and loves money. Actually, that's pretty much like any businessman. Cheap as possible. I don't know. I say that, but I also like the idea of being a small business owner at some point. But I have so many ideas. I know most of them, and most likely that one isn't.
I got what you need.
I'm never gonna really try anything. Clearing nuisances. You'd think as an assistant I'd be doing only half the work of the guy I'm assisting, but no. While everyone is drowning in work, including myself, Gazzik is tinkering day in and day out without a care in the world. I don't know what kind of back-ended deal he has struck with Rustgate, but it seems to be paying off. On top of that, our supply routes are constantly interrupted by either slobbering gnolls or the local wildlife, delaying any work progress even further. You seem capable enough, I guess. Go back over to the bridge and get rid of anything that isn't a goblin. That's, there's a lot that wouldn't be a goblin.
Glad I could help.
Seriously, these, oh, I forgot I had 2 quests.
Yo.
The Super Cutter 1500. You came all the way from the Black Ash coal pits, then you've probably seen the big hulking machine. Gazzik considers it his masterpiece, the Super Cutter 1500. With it, we harvested this island faster than any shredder could. Truly marvelous, I have to admit. Too bad some idiot decided it would be a great idea to drive the thing into the mud. Really, groundbreaking stuff. I wish I could have caught that guy and strangled him for messing with our efficiency in that much. It's not been that long, but I don't remember who controlled it that day. Furthermore, we weren't able to assess the damage yet because of this overblown work schedule. I want you to go to the crash site and look at how badly damaged it is. While you're there, recover the Supercutter's remote so we can check it for any malfunctions. I have a feeling it's going to be somehow connected to goblins associated, or some other race associated with the venture company. I'll definitely say the venture company is always an enemy. I don't think they're even having there's any positive ways to interact with them on here. They're just fine, but just saying. So that's all the quests for now. Kill the faulty Battletrons and kill Scorpions and Swoopers. Yay. And then yeah. Honestly, these are probably the 4 I'm going to primarily do. I'll probably do the Super Cutter later because I'm pretty sure it says the Black Ash Coal Pits. That's where I started. I'm pretty sure I saw like a big machine. I would imagine that's what they were talking about. I have no reason to go that way right now, so I'm going to wait on that one at least. Copper Vein. Let's see if I want to fall to my death today. Okay, there's a way on and off this island, seriously. I don't know where the dang ship is, but it's around here somewhere. It has to be on the west coast, but when you look at this, you don't see anywhere it could be. I would have thought there'd be like a road path that goes onto a cliff that goes near one of the ships, or even a dock symbol on here, but I think if there is one, which I feel like there should be because there's a quest that's supposed to allow you to tell you where to go, more or less. I really feel like they should update the maps to show where that is, as long as you actually have the area discovered. Yeah, but there's better gun in this axe, as well as the better bullets too, I'm pretty sure. This would be a lot nicer. But I might actually wait to do most of the goblins until I have a whoa! Lurker? Since when? I kind of figured I'd have to. Attacking humanoids or hidden would have been kind of nice there, I will admit. So it sucks not being able to get a shot off at an enemy as a hunter, but once you get a pet, it's a lot better for any classes that get them, anyways. Seriously, I do not have space. These guys are a bit tougher than the Murlocs, so I'm only gonna kill a couple of them, I'm thinking, for now. Oh, is she mining? Obviously, you can choose anything you want, no matter what you are, but I find it weird when people choose a profession like that. Okay, no, she's not. Like, I mean, I say that. I think the majority that I catch doing that, it's usually for the, it's usually simply just for money-making professions at that point, just doing to gathering, which would make sense. The only thing that wouldn't make sense is they had like, I say that engineering is good for every class as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. Alright. I am recording, right? Yeah. I usually start my recordings a little early just to make sure they're actually starting properly, but doesn't mean they always start. Seriously, I'm gonna have to be careful. Oh, I probably should. Once I get over here, I'm gonna use up one of the scrolls of protection. Assuming there's any. Yeah. Even though I have so many of them, so it's not gonna clear up any space whatsoever. Yeah, I will say I definitely do like the island. I think they did a good job with it. I do like the Thalatian Highlands more, but that's because it's a beautiful zone. I think anybody would say they like Thalatian Highlands more simply because it's actually a zone that's nice to look at, and just that in general. I think there's a lot more people that like piles and elves in general over goblins. So, but still, I think this island is a very fitting zone for the goblins to start in. I think it's actually pretty well made too. So, also like the idea theoretically, anyways. Theoretically, I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's also the island is nice, just in the fact that it just is just fitting for the goblins. Like the fact that it's like all destroyed and no green anywhere, pretty much. I hate that, but it's good. I hate that from a just personal choice kind of thing. I don't know. I really should shut up. I'm gonna make it. I'm making it sound like I don't like this zone. I also do like the what's the main settlement's called? Rustgate Ridge. I also like that the music that plays there. Sounds more like more like ambiance, but it's kind of relaxing in a lot of ways. It's cool. I do like a lot of what Turwell does for their original music. I know that Thylacine Highland music is one of my favorite ones I've heard. Sets I've heard. Oh, come on. That's why I tried to use second. You're pretty much dead already. Yeah. I'm not sure what pet I'm going to leave the island with. After wandering around, I noticed that there's also hyenas in the northern parts of the map, the zone. So I'm probably either going to leave this because honestly, all the beasts that are on this island, the crabs, the vultures, and then like I just said, the hyenas are all ones I don't mind the idea of giving it to a goblin. It's actually one of the few times that I actually want to use those beasts, especially the hyena. I always want to find like a character I want to use a hyena with, but I'm like, hyenas are like a savanna or a badlands kind of creature, and I don't really have any characters that want to go through there except for maybe a dwarf hunter. And even then, they prefer mountains and well, colder biomes usually. Dying pretty quick. Nice. But yeah, so it's I'm either gonna leave with one of the vultures or a hyena, because even though I said crab, and I think I'm not actually gonna have a crab on this character. There's a chance of it later on still, but out of all the ones that are on this island for this character, it's the one I'd want the least. So. I said I was gonna wait for doing the Murlocs, and here I am just killing them instead of the Battletrons I was gonna go after. Why'd you just use Frost Nova back there, or whatever your and whatever that mob calls it? Oh. Oops. Not sure how much I'll get done in this recording. I think I'll have enough time to do this recording. Actually, let me drink up because that'll save me space. I definitely have enough time to do this recording, and probably one more, but I want to at least get this recording done and edit it down before I even get it uploaded. Because I am leaving today, so. Also, create 7 more of those rough plastic powders because I actually have the space for it. Yeah. And for anyone that watches my Sniper Elite games that are watching this, which I don't think will be the case, but I know Blood Jedi sometimes stop by for the streams for a little bit, so maybe he stops by this too sometimes and just has it on. I don't know, but I will be getting back to doing that when I get back from my trip, I guess, more or less is the best way to say that. But yeah. I did fully intend to play more of the start the DLC missions a lot sooner. Like last week, I've been really distracting myself with a lot of like looking through AI images. I never used AI anything, and now I'm just going through like shit tons of them. Like not just for the YouTube picture I wanted to decide for, which is the main one I was doing anyways, but also for like different characters I always liked. Like some like more like preferred characters I like to play, or my favorite characters I've created more or less. I just started looking through so many pictures of that. And when I wasn't doing that, I was still playing some other games too without recording. Well, with recording, but not ones I'm actually putting up on here, so. Not likely anyways. I record, I don't know. Someday I do want to just start recording or streaming everything I do, but some games like Call of Duty, I'm only simply doing it just in case I do so well that someone starts thinking I'm hacking and I have video evidence of whatever I need to defend myself of. Wish I could hit something else from here. Oh well. Goblin Hunter as well. Oh, he's saving it. I knew it was gonna be crabs. I've only seen 3 different types of creatures, but there's potential for one I didn't find yet, or forgot about even. But hyenas, vultures, and crabs. I figured those were going to be the. I'm figuring those are going to be the 3 that I'm going to need to tame for the hunter quest. Still seems no. I was gonna say it still seems strange that the goblins actually bother taming creatures, but I would imagine a goblin would see that more as free labor. Unfortunately, as well as just the fact that you have, for some reason in retail, they decided that a goblin who only wants to treat elements like it's a business exchange, which it kind of is, I guess, but it's really pushing the envelope of what a true shaman should be. But I don't know. It was funny when I saw it, and it's like, and then the whole priest thing for them too is also really strange. It works in a weird way, but like I don't know. A lot of what retail does is, I would say it went from my personal I thought of what I think of the of retail. Early on, lore wise, it was good. It was pretty good. Oh crap! I didn't even see this one. Early on, I think it was very good. They've had some ideas over the years that were pretty good. But I think over time it started getting like, okay, that's a strange choice kind of thing, to just being like annoying retcons to just completely insane, stupid retcons on stuff kind of thing. Good to strange choice, but understandable, to just weird choice, to bad choice, to horrible choice. One thing I will say, like, one of the weird choices that I do like the concept of was the Shadowlands expansion, but from what I heard of it and from what I saw of it, there was a lot of it that was just like, eh. I don't know. A lot of strange choices. What's another one? Finish the entire battle for Azeroth. Ugh, no. I talked about it so much, and I think I talked about it in yeah, the second Torn Druid episode I did for a stream. Just how they treat the Night Elves now, how they did the last several expansions, is just horrible. They just took one of my favorite races in World of Warcraft, and I'll say in World of Warcraft specifically, because Night Elves, yes, technically you could consider them just Dark Elves, so, just a little bit just done in their own way, which is true, but they're done different enough that I do quite like them. And unlike most Dark Elves, they're good. More for the most part, of course. You still have people that aren't as good, like Archdruid Staghelm, Vandrel Staghelm. No, was that the name? I always forget the guy's name. Druid that ended up betraying the Night Elves for the Fire Lord. He was always an asshole, so I don't think anyone cares that he betrayed them, even if it might have been a weird choice. Don't remember if I thought that was a weird choice or not. I don't think it ever really bothered me, and it still doesn't really. But the let's talk about the Night Elves. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about how they're one of my favorite races. Because my favorite races are almost always going to be elves in almost any setting. Especially anything related to like a normal like elf or high elf generally. But Night Elves are one of my favorites too, and that's something World of Warcraft does specifically. Whereas, it's usually either dark elf or high elf, dark elf or elf kind of thing, or wood elf. But technically, okay, yes, technically, yeah, they're wood elves. I don't even know why my brain just forgot about that existence for a second. They're pretty much a cross between dark elves and wood elves. But honestly, that cross is something I love. One of my, even though I'm apparently becoming more of a daytime person, which is still very strange. Doesn't seem right to me, but whatever. I still quite like the themes of nighttime, stars, the moon, and everything so much more. Which is also why I like the Lord of the Rings elves so much, because they favor the stars quite a bit. What else was there? How much space do I got? Still got space. So once I mine this thing up, I'm probably gonna try to go after the Battletrons. But I love the Night Elves, but what they've done with them for the last several expansions, I've just been disgusted with. Like, pretty much any... Like, I still want to roleplay Night Elves on retail sometimes. Simply because of, the amount of, like, all the roleplayers are in retail. If you're talking about official WoW, all the roleplayers are pretty much in retail, from what I know. Or they're in, games like Turtle WoW, like this, which is why I came here playing instead of Classic so much. If Turtle WoW wasn't a thing, I'd be in Classic WoW pretty much all the time. All these characters would have been made on there. Obviously not Lorcque, because he can't exist in Classic. Oh, this is actually one of the, I didn't even realize that when I passed by here. But, you know, they just treated Night Elves so horribly for so long. Oh, I thought he was standing still because he got stuck, which worried me for a second, but no, he was just standing still because he was apparently shooting me with poison from a distance. Okay, I'm gonna get enough of these tools just from this one site, fortunately. Nice. Nice, nice. But yeah. Otherwise, my favorite race is then the Blood Elves, but they've been treated so weirdly that since they're more like the traditional High Elves, except with a lot more darker of a history now. Oh crap! Oh god, that's worse. Gonna need some more of the let it pop before connecting more dynamite. I need to be careful. Small eggs. I knew I was gonna be able to get eggs from them. Ugh. Well, yeah. So even though at some point I might try doing a Night Elf on retail, because of all the, even on Classic, like even if they had roleplaying on there, knowing what the future holds for the Night Elves, officially anyways, is just kind of, don't really want to do anything with them at that point. And they're, for an ancient race of very knowledgeable, wise people with thousands of years of, well, many of them thousands of years of experience, both in war and just face-to-face combat or whatever. I don't know. Giving up Ashara was one thing, but practically giving up Ashenvale. Oh god. I get that the whole the storyline at that point was all about how the what is it called? Azurite? Is it called Azurite? I understand the whole like concept of that, and I actually do like the concept of Azurite quite a bit. because the well of eternity was always like a given that it was the world's lifeblood. I think anyways. I can't remember exactly what I don't know what the original lore was, so I could be wrong on that. I might have to look it up at some point if I can. But the idea of it being the well of eternity being the lifeblood of the world means that it should be extremely powerful, potent, like the well of the Azurite should be extremely potent and powerful, just like the original well of eternity.
Yeah, what do you want?
But yeah, a second. Rocklon is threatening you by impatiently placing his bludgeon onto his hand again and again. Not half bad runs. This gives me some more free time to whip your slacking coworkers back into the pits. Much appreciated.
Keep it real. Yeah, what do you want?
To make some money. Thank you.
Hurry back.
You guys are engineers. I hope you have an anvil and forge nearby. You kind of need those to do most of your work. I am having a feeling you do not, actually. That's not too annoying, I suppose. I could just go to, I still have to turn in those salvaging convoys anyways. I'll just kill some more creatures and try to find Battletrons on my way through here. I'm probably gonna ignore the seashell one for now anyways, but yeah. Oh, hang on. This would also help. I can actually turn in two different quests over in Rustgate. After I'm done, if I do another recording today, it's gonna be after I eat breakfast properly. I grabbed my coffee for today. My first thing of coffee right now, but oh, right here. I have my mug of coffee, but I didn't grab any food yet. So while I'm editing down this one, probably I'll be eating. And if I feel like popping on again, I will. I was thinking I was gonna be able to do this in like 2 or 3 episodes, but I probably should have realized that wasn't gonna be the case. Whatever though. I think I was forgetting how long I was in normal starting zones like Elwyn. I don't mind. In some ways, I don't mind that Teldrassil still ended up burning, because I think even though it gets purified later on, from what I remember, it always had a hint of corruption. Although the fact that they destroyed the zone is very negative to me. I don't like that I don't like that happened. Period. That shouldn't have happened. The Night Elves should have been wise enough not to have like pulled all their forces to search for to defend the Azurite or whatever. Like, I don't know, treated the Night Elves like they were idiots, more or less. That's what bothers me. Oh, thought I was... Yes, they're at range. My bullets are a lot better than my melee. Okay, can't use Serpent Shot on you, so... But what I hate more is that they decided to try having the Night Elves move to a whole different like area. It's like, are you serious? Have them defend Ashenvale like they've done for 10,000 years. I don't know. Well, what I was more saying with the whole freaking like okay with Teldrassil burning. Like I said, I'm not actually okay with it. I think it's dumb that happened. But I think the fact that like they're just, even though they say in game that they're not abandoning their lands, Yggdrasil is so far from their what I'm going to consider former homelands, that it's pretty much like it's pretty much like the UK trying to say that they're gonna the UK during the Revolutionary War, more or less, is what I was trying to say. Great Britain, not the UK. Sorry. I thought Aspect of the Hawk was level 8. Ooh, parry though. Nice. Good custom shots. Harry will be nice for surviving, and I get another rank of you. Great to be
good.
Did you? Yeah, no, you didn't. I feel like sometimes I look at my bar and it automatically upgrades my abilities, and other times it doesn't. I don't care that if it doesn't. It's just I'd rather it do one or the other, but not both. I feel like early on I have to replace it, but later on it's like, nah, you're good. We got you. Alright, smelting. Can I even smelt much right now? Where's it going? Oh, there must. Oh, yeah. There's a smaller thing right here. That's where. Yeah. I don't know. The whole Night Elf situation on there is a mess. Horrible. I like playing the Forsaken. They are one of my favorite races to play on there too. I would say out of the Horde, the classic races, Forsaken are by far my favorites. Mostly because I do like my evil characters. And Horde is a better fit for most of the evil characters, like even though Arisandra is on the Alliance. Humans generally make some of the better evil characters as well, so.
Time is money, friend.
I could sell the cracked bill, but I'm getting things I wasn't expecting to. I got another freaking recipe. Like, I don't.
Have a good one.
What? Can I even make anything from stringy vulture meat anytime soon? Because I feel like stringy vulture meat is only for recipes maybe like in the second zones at the earliest.
Time is money, friend.
10 through 20? 10 to 20? Yeah. I don't know. When I get off the Night Out talk, I always get... It's always really annoying to me whenever I think about it. Redistribution. The longer you take, the more work piles on for you. Ah, there they are. I will have them be delivered to Copperlight once another worker shows his mug around here. Thank you, Lorcque. I will mention this on your monthly resume.
Hurry back!
Not getting new supplies from Sparkwater as often as we'd like, so we have to salvage as much as we can. The weather didn't do them any good, but nothing the workers can't repair. Good job out there. Keep this up, and soon we may have normalcy back on this island again.
Keep it real.
I believe I have one more quest to turn in. No, was that... No, I think... Yeah, no, that was it. That first quest Was it the first quest? I believe it was the first quest. Yeah, it was the first quest I turned in. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Gonna try making some food, but I don't know if that's gonna go over well. General goods? Just what is it that I need for the eggs? Look at miles. Why did I even look? It's pretty much mild spices for all the early. It is mild spices for all the early game recipes. That was stupid. Oh,
time is money, friend.
Mild spices can only buy 5, which makes it even worse.
Keep it real.
I should have waited on this crap. Oh yeah, you're up here. That's where you are. I didn't even see this the first time. I saw that. I was like, that doesn't say it's a stove. Can I even do it up here? And it worked. I didn't even notice that one. Well, time to waste some space. Actually, I don't like doing this on camera, but I'm gonna take a second to take a look online real quick to see about the vulture meat, because I'm just gonna sell it if I can't use it anytime soon. Specifically, gonna look for it on the Turtle Wild database. Yeah, man. I need to stop fat fingering this. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore what I said I meant. Nice. Okay, there you go. Because the only zone I could think of that has vultures in the second zone is possibly the Barrens, which I'm pretty sure there is, but almost certainly there's some in Lockwoodon. Reagent for West. Oh nope, even worse. Westfall Stew. It's Alliance only. Yeah, sell that crap. All right.
I got what you need.
Oh, that was kind of blending in with the bolts, so I didn't even realize that was something I could sell. Oh well. Hopefully I get some more of those eggs and use up the last 2 mild spices. If I get more than 2, I'm just not gonna worry unless I can do another 5. I cannot. I really need to be careful of my bag space. I can't believe I got an Amber Topaz, 2 Tiger's Eye, and 3 Malachite. This character's reminding me of my of Erisandra a bit with getting so many gems and recipes for that matter. Although granted, they're the more common recipes anyways. Red Linen Robe and Minor Troll Blood as well as Copper Chain. I think the rarest of the 3 is actually the Linen Robe. The Troll Blood, since it was from a newer profession, I wasn't too sure. But now that I've played for quite a bit, I've seen quite a few of those drop, so I know they're fairly common. Less common than Copper Chain Vest, but I think they're more common than Red Linen Robe. Those two might be equal though. Alright, so before I forget, I got you. Not a big deal, but I could potentially get an extra shot off at the cost of some more mana, which is kind of fine, I guess. Should work on you too, so. Yay. Maybe I do need to be a little careful. The mana cost isn't that big of a difference. Pretty much, it's almost like using another Serpent's thing. Sometimes I do have to do that because of it not applying. The scroll only has another few minutes, which is also fine because of how many of them I got. Probably shouldn't even bother hanging on to the stingers, but I can make something with them once I get to Durotar, which is good enough for me, I think. Oh crap. Wow, if you almost use another 200 volts. Fine with me. I might actually make another 200. Could save a tiny bit of space, but not much. In fact, it wouldn't save me any space at all, but I'd be able to make another copper bar. I wanted to actually have a the exact number I need of it's funny that I had exactly the exact amount of copper ore to make to top off my current supply of copper bars to make 2 stacks. I could have said that better. I'm just stupid. More damage I can do at range, the better. Especially because this character is supposed to be a sniper. But once he gets the wow, Ember Topaz again. Once he gets another once he gets a creature at all, kind of thing. But he's gonna get a lot better at. Well, he's gonna be able to shoot a lot more at range rather than have to go into melee. There's another egg now. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. Hey, I actually killed something before it came up to me. It just was a level 5, but still. Oh, right. I need mana to do that. Alright. I'm tempted not to use the protection, but I'm gonna actually get 2 more of those, so I probably will use it in a second. I already maxed. Oh, I already maxed out the space again. Also gotten a green that I can sell or keep in a bank. There's another. Oh, I didn't even put it on. I love how I was just saying that and I still didn't do it. Focusing on the Battletrons now. I think I saw a lot, like, down here. I think that's where it was probably telling me to go the first time anyways. Yeah. The reason why I remember is because I've gotten several veins just from this area down here, but nothing really sends me over here too much. Except for this one. As I do like this song. Oh! Waste of mana. I probably shouldn't want to use up water because I'd still need it. In fact, I really shouldn't be doing it, but oh well. I actually got this island and be able to frickin' put stuff in a bank. Also, one thing I kept forgetting about was that the Hunter's Mark actually costs mana. I think I'm not sure if I put it in the description, actually, I'm realizing. I'm not sure if no, I definitely said it before, but this is going to be this character's going to focus on marksman for when it comes to the talents. Oh. Who would have expected it? Get rid of this trash meat. I can at least stack screws a little bit. It'll be more useful to me, especially since I'm not going to be fighting any more vultures since they're not even hostile. Guess it's a hard quest. That just spawned in, I'm pretty sure. That's the last Battletron. Alright, so not sure how much more I have of this recording. Gonna put on auto run for a second, hopefully not running into any scorpids. 50 minutes. This is a little short, so I'm probably gonna actually try heading over to maybe I will pick up this supercutter remote, because that's gonna definitely bring me to another quest after that, and maybe that will actually want me to do something else with the Rustgate Lumberyard. We'll see. Wait, the scorpions are skinnable? Were they always skinnable? I don't just mean here, I just mean other scorpions in general. Ooh. That's a King Mosh. Hardcore and Ungoro Crater. Ungoro Crater is not the nicest zone to do stuff in. There's elites in pretty much every single zone that you do have to watch out for, but I feel like Ungoro is one of the few that actually have elite mobs that will immediately aggro as soon as they see you. Specifically the Devil Source. I remember the first time going to Ungoro. I loved it there. I don't know why. There's not too much there, but I loved it.
Yo.
Clearing nuisances. Thank you. All of this work gets to my head. It is good to finally have some reliable workforces.
Have a good one.
What? Oh, that's protection. That's damn. Oh crap. Okay, I'll be
Glad I
back.
could help.
I'm gonna try to make some more space for another scroll, apparently. That sucks. Too many scrolls.
Hey, how you doing?
I am way down by trash. How are you doing? Yeah, that's just decoration. Figures. Battletron Calamity. Good work, kid. It's nice having someone reliable for a change. But Taxlo, you don't know if you're going to actually get what you're asking for.
Keep it real. Time is money, friend.
Level 9. Yay. More mana. Well, editing this one with less space than I started with, but that's not that surprising, especially when it's only a couple difference. Oh, I almost forgot to turn this quest in. It's actually got to be even less space. Because I haven't killed any humanoids in this one, I didn't get any linen cloth, and because of that, I can't make any more bandages, which is fine. I haven't used up any, but I can't make any more dynamite, which I have used quite a few actually. Oh, wrong one.
No. Yeah, what do you want?
Reading it a second time.
Keep it real.
Stamina's more useful to me. Let me check something. I probably am going to get a quest at some point, but I feel like... Well, I just want to interact with this and see what happens. Oh. I thought there was a ship that brought me here. Tell you what, I'm going to do something off camera probably, because I need to make space. Well, probably. I might do it. I'm not sure if I'll do it off camera today or a different day, but I'm probably also going to pick up that other quest. So I am, so for the rest of this recording, all I'm really truly doing is going to check out the, what is it called? The Super Cutter 1500. Oh, searching rec. Oh my god, I forgot about that one. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm going to take back several things apparently. So it's an Eastern wreckage from what I remember. This was something I was going to do here. I'm glad I noticed that because it turned green, and that's what made me realize that there was something I was wanting to do. Wait, I think this is it. I think it threw me off because it says Venture Code Logbook. I was thinking that was another Venture Code area, but I think that's actually the one, so I'm going to have to walk up the coast. So the rest of this recording will be spent grabbing this logbook, which is going to be over there, I presume. As well as potentially going to the Super Cutter 1500, but I might start the next recording with that one. But at the end of the recording, I probably actually am going to pick, well, I'm going to pick up some of these shells too, so I'm going to kill a couple of these while I'm on my way there. Probably off camera, gonna actually use that. I'm gonna pick up the quests on camera. Yeah, am I? No, I think I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna use a machine because then I'll pick up that quest when I decide I'm gonna go to the. I don't know right now, honestly. I'm gonna actually make this a little bit longer. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go pick up that quest. I'm actually gonna go on camera using the machine. Make sure there's no follow-up quest with it. And then probably hearth my way back here off camera after I'm done with everything over there. I think that's my final decision. Which is fine. It's okay if this one ends up being a little longer. But because it's not going to be as entertaining to watch, I wouldn't be surprised if the few people that might watch this will probably cut it off here. So, which is fine. See if I can use up 7 of the copper bolts though off camera. I doubt that'll happen, but we'll see. Oh, actually there will be combat because of having to fight these guys. If I had read that quest and remembered about doing it, I probably would have waited to kill some of the Murlocs until after while I was doing this. So that was a mistake on my part. Wasted time a bit. I'm gonna go in here for too long. Just want to see if it's in this room specifically, which it is not. This is why he's gonna have a deep dive helmet. Here, probably. Alright. You know, I could actually just hearth there and save some time. Because then the hearth I'm going to do back onto the Blackstone will be off camera anyway, so I could do it much later on if I wanted to. Actually, so I'm going to do that. Save a little bit, a tiny bit of time. Alright. Up here. I'm pretty sure it goes to the main guy here, Texel Restgate. Pretty sure the place was named after him, so I'm pretty sure this is where I'm going to. He's who I'm going to.
Time is money, friend.
Searching records. The clock's ticking. Now this is what I like to see. Took us only 12 attempts. Having these lists will make Maxlow more than joyous.
Keep it real.
War and Venture Company. I'll read this now. Potential is what I see in you, Lorcque. Not many here show it, but you might be the goblin I'm looking for. Maybe you've witnessed it already, or you're just ignorant of the issue, but we're having problems with the willingness of some workers out here. Call it a strike, sabotage, revolt, I don't care. They're costing me money instead of making it, and I'm not having it. If that wasn't enough, their overly aggressive behavior is a threat to the obedient workers we still have. Our bruisers got their hands full with keeping order around here, so you will be my instrument of justice. Go out and quell their uprising immediately. The medallions will do nicely as proof. According to reports, most of the hostile activities originates from the slum up north. Slave Venture Company traders. Well, I have my better gun, and yeah, my axe is better, so I'm probably just gonna be selling that anyways. But this is the question I'm looking for. Bearer of bad news. I believe I actually read this. Yeah, pay for a ride at Gazik's workshop. I should have double checked what this guy says. I would have had a much easier time remembering how to get off this island. But I was adamant that I swore that there was a ship, because they keep talking about ships that come on and off the island kind of thing. But I guess it keeps sinking, so I really should have been tell that ships can't really make it to the island very easily. But whatever. There's nothing really to sell either. I'll probably pick up fishing and try to do a little bit more of that. I'm not sure if I will record another of this character today. It's gonna be more of a question of time than anything else, and my want to get stuff done. So that's stuff I have to do before I leave, including cleaning out my cat's litter box because it's gonna go a week without me scooping it out. I could ask somebody else to do it, but I don't think anybody else would really want to do it, which is fine-ish. I more care if they make sure that her she gets fed, which they're perfectly fine with doing that, of course. I didn't ask them about the litter box. I just don't know if they'll be fine with doing that, but I'm not gonna ask them to do that. Don't really need to. Hang on a second. I can't read it. Oh well. But yeah. It's definitely gonna be good to unload so much of this stuff. Especially, yeah, a lot of this stuff actually. Sorry about that. It was actually probably pretty good timing. Somebody came up to say something to me. So I just had to shut off my mic for a second. Right in here it looks like. Leader of the Duratar Labor Union. Bearer of bad news. My, you're covered in ash and coal. What's up, fellow goblin? What in all that is profitable is happening on that island?
Hurry back! Yo!
This is a complete disaster. How could this happen in such a short span of time? Not only is this a monetary failure, but also a potential threat to our alliance with the Horde. I promised our benefactors in Orgrimmar new resources at a steady rate, but with what's happening on Blackstone Island, this will just be wishful thinking. Lorcque, take the next trip back to Blackstone Island and assist Rustgate in salvaging this mess of an operation. Now go. I want to see results. Okay, so that's why I was like iffy about waiting to pick up the quest. I was thinking about picking it up when I left the island, but as I was thinking about, every time I thought about it, I'm like, wait a second, but it sounds more like it's a quest that's going to send me back.
Talk to me!
I'm just delivering it.
Keep it real!
I'm not doing any of the quests here yet. Even though I think in the description I said I was going to go straight to Ashenvale if possible, which I knew wasn't likely, or I was going to go to Stone Talon, which is most likely what's going to end up happening too. I'm probably going to spend quite a bit of time here in Sparkwater Port, because that I know there's a quest here that's also going to send me to Stone Talon, but for now I will end it here, I believe. I don't think there was anything else I was going to do. I hope there wasn't. I think I was talking about doing the Supercutter 1500 quest, but because I remembered about the quest that sent me out into the water, I figured it better just do that one anyways. So, and the next one, other than turning this quest in and seeing whatever I get for a follow-up, I'm most likely going to be doing the Supercutter 1500 quest and probably any quests that come after that, and then go to the Rustgate Lumberyard. I'll probably also focus on this, I think, if that's also something I could do at the Rustgate, and potentially this quest. I'm not saying that again. So, I hope anyone that was watching enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.